Hey guys, I'm Megan with Just the Pool People. Today I'm going to walk you through step by step how to close an in-ground pool down for the winter. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to turn the power off. We're going to turn the filter over to backwash, and we're going to start draining this pool down because we need to at least get it past the skimmer, if not below our return jets. Alright, so I have my pump on backwash so that I can start draining the pool down. You can either do backwash or waste in this instance, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to give the system a good washing out since it'll be the last one of the season. And then next I'm going to go ahead and turn off my valve that my skimmer pulls in from, because I don't want that to suck air and to lose prime. If you don't have that option, then just drain it as low as you can. Okay, so our pool is currently draining right now, and while it's doing that, I'm going to do a couple of things to prepare me to get ready to blow my lines out. So I'm going to go through, in this particular pool we have 2 returns. I'm going to go and take the jet heads off of those returns so that I can plug them once I blow them out. So as you can see in that video, I tried to get the jet head out by hand and I couldn't get it, so I had to use a pair of vice grips to loosen it up. If you have this problem, which we have all the time, where the head comes off and it doesn't take this piece out with it, they do make a tool that will slide into here and you can put your vice grips on that and screw it off. That way you don't have to try and put your vice grips onto the threads and mess them up. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog, he's sniffing the fence right now. So, yeah, so if you have that problem, they do make a tool for that so that you can fix that. I'm going to go ahead and take the other one out. As you can see, that one came out whole, so that was a lot easier. I did have to use my vice grip still to get it out. So for the time being, we are just waiting for the pool to finish draining down past our skimmer, and then we will plug up our device so that we're able to blow the lines out. So what I'm getting ready to do is throw an extra pump in there because I've got 3 more of these closings today, so I need this process to go a little bit faster. So I'm going to throw an extra pump in to help drain it down a little bit quicker. So while we're waiting for the pool to drain, we're going to need a couple of things to plug off our pool when we're done blowing it out. We're going to need a gizmo, which this is going to go in the skimmer to plug that line so that water can't get in it. And then you're also going to need 1.5 inch threaded plugs. These are the ones that we use, and I will link all of this stuff below. Once we blow our lines out, we're going to plug them with these. So I've set my winterization plugs out where they're going to go, and I've set my gizmo by the skimmer, so when I'm done I'm able to plug it. Now I'm going to run my extension cord, and I'm going to set up my cyclone down there, which is what I'm going to use to blow out my skimmer. If I didn't have a cyclone, I would use probably a shop vac, that is fine, to blow my lines out. So this is the cyclone. I think we got ours off of Amazon, I'll link it below, but it's basically a professional grade blower, and I believe it can suck air out as well. So yeah, this is what we're going to use to blow our lines out. We've been using this cyclone for about 3 or 4 years now, and we absolutely love it. Again, if you do not have this device, a shop vac will work perfectly fine in this instance. Okay, our pool is low enough, it's down below the skimmer, and it's also below our returns. Something that you need to note is make sure that you have the water table available, that you can drop your pool this low. If you can't, just go below your skimmer. You are able to still blow your lines out and plug them if you have 2 people in doing that. So now I'm going to turn my pump off, and I'm also going to turn it to recirculate. see all the water that's in the lines, it's starting to pour out. And then it's just going to go dry because it sucked air in that skimmer box over there. So now that it has sucked that skimmer box dry and there's no more water that it can actually pull out of the lines because it has air in it, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the whole system off again. So now I'm gonna go ahead and hook my cyclone up. I have this hose, which this end is going to attach to here. And this end is going to screw into that hole right there. Now that I'm all hooked up and I'm ready to blow my lines out, I'm going to turn it on and it's going to push all of the water out of the returns, and I'm going to plug them as it starts to spit air out once I know all the water's out of the lines. Now, because my water level is below my returns, I can hear that all of the water is out of the lines. So instead of trying to fight the pressure of the cyclone pushing air through that last return, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the cyclone off because the water can't go back into my return. So I'm going to turn that cyclone off and then I'm going to plug my last return. So both of my returns are plugged. Now I'm going to go ahead and deassemble my cyclone and my hose out of my skimmer, and I'm going to put that gizmo in the skimmer to plug that skimmer hole. And for us, we just take the baskets and we turn them upside down on top of our gizmos so that they're there when we go to open them up. Now that our pool is winterized, we are going to winterize our pump system on this pool. So we are going to start with the pump, and then we're going to move to the sand filter. So on this pump, we're going to open this basket up. Just going to dump out any debris that's in there. On these pumps, this is a Hayward super pump. You're going to have a plug on one side and a plug on the front. You need to pull both of these plugs. If you're not able to turn these plugs by hand, get a flathead. There is a groove in there. You should be able to turn it and loosen it up. For us, any plugs or jet heads that we have, we always store them inside the basket, inside the pump. So that was the first plug, and then the second plug is down here, which did come out by hand. So we just drop it in there, along with our two jet heads. And now we are going to winterize our sand filter. So we're going to pull the plug at the bottom of the sand filter, which is right there. I'm going to put that in the basket. We also pull our spyglass. That's going to go in the basket along with this gasket, which is going to have to be replaced next year. And then we are going to take our key handle and we are going to turn it over to winter, which is all the way on this other side. That is done. We are going to close up our top. All right, so that is all that's to closing down a pool. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any tips for closing pools down, please leave them below. Thanks for watching.